Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, Miss Bushra, are you there? If you are there, if you
Yeah,
can hear me,
I'm there and I'm all
yeah,
set.
go ahead. You can share your screen and start your fabulous presentation.
Okay.
With Kahoot, organized by World Economic Session. Today, I am presenting the session. I am Nazmul Haq from Bangladesh. I'm an assistant teacher, Chilaka Rashidia Girls Dakil Madrasa. I am a slide. We can see our guest today, virtual webinar or Kahoot. Our guest, Mr. Muhammad Abu Hassan, and Kahoot ambassador and Kahoot Academy verified educator from Bahrain. And then any other educator, Bushra Anis Nakbi, principal the Lyceum LGCS from Pakistan. Then I can this slide to our guest speaker, Muhammad Abu Hassan, Kahoot ambassador and Kahoot Academy verified educator Bahrain. She started how to we can Kahoot in the classroom. The second session, the first session, our guest speaker Bushra Anis Nakvi, the principal, the Lyceum LGCS Pakistan. Uh, she started the basic of Kahoot program, Kahoot game. It is the most powerful and most popular from around the world. The most of the student to it is used and they very happy. The basic information, fundamental information to share with Bushra ma'am. Then thank you so much. My presentation has finished. So I can the first presenter, first presenter,
Bushra, ma'am.
Bushra
Yeah,
ma'am,
Miss Bushra, take it
Okay.
away. Yes.
Thank you so much,
to
Nazmul Haq.
continue your session. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much,
Yes.
Nazmul Haq. I'm going to share my presentation that you have shared in the shared point, and I will be sharing it through my screen. And in the meantime, Assalamu alaikum, good morning, good afternoon from wherever you people are. And we all are here to learn from each other. And
Yes.
inshallah
Bushra
ta'ala,
ma'am,
we'll
you can
be
share.
okay. My PowerPoint is visible, Abul Hassan.
Ma'am, you are okay.
Yeah,
My
Can
PowerPoint
start.
is visible.
Yes, ma'am,
yes.
visible.
That's
Visible,
great.
yes.
I want to make it full screen so everyone is, viewing it clearly. Let me move it. Oh, previous. Okay. So thank you so much, Nazmul Haq from World Educator Community for inviting me with my very dear friend Muhammad Abul Hassan and giving me this wonderful opportunity to speak to the people across the globe around Kahoot. And honestly, I must appreciate everyone's effort, be it is Bahrain or Pakistan or Bangladesh or anywhere across the globe. I think the more we are connected, the more we are getting education closer to our hearts as well. And it's all about sharing and learning because I know something little, maybe you know more than me, but when we collaborate, we learn from each other and then we develop our learning as well. And this is the whole crux in our religion as well, that this education is our possession. So wherever you get it, do get it. So we are getting it from each other, nothing like it. So this session is all about Kahoot, and my very part is just to give you a little flavor of what Kahoot is, because we have a great mentor, my friend, my brother, my a great educator, Muhammad Abu Hassan, who has got extremely good hands on Kahoot. I'll be sharing the introductory part, and Abu Hassan will be sharing the part that is how to inculcate it in the classroom. But before we move around, I would like you people to just tell you a little bit about me. I am Bushra Anis Naqvi. Apart from this designation, I am a humble human being. I am blessed that I am up alive in the morning. I'm talking to my colleagues across the globe. So I am the most luckiest person on the surface of the earth right now, that I am able to share and learn from each other. So this is my way of, giving gratitude to the God Almighty, that I am the most blessed person. Okay, so there are so many people that are available here in this very chat, right? In this very, session. And I would like you people that before we move to welcome to Kahoot app on behalf of this world educator community, and whatever you people gain from today, that is basically is an innovation in your existing information. And you know what learning is? Learning is basically when you learn to unlearn the previous practices. We used to write with pen and pencil. We used to, write in the mobile phones. Now we just record our voices, or we just share the video, etc. So we are unlearning the previous learning. And Kahoot is one of the amazing apps that lets you move around your different subjects and makes your learning fun loving as well. So we will be talking more about it, but before that, I would like to all of you to pick any of your mood. How are you feeling right now? Pick a mood and share a why. Now, moods, they are happy, cold, in love, tired, sad, playful, worried, scared. For example, I take a mood that I am happy. So I have to share why am I happy. So I'll be telling my why as well. So you all are requested to write in the chat box. For example, I will write in the chat box that I am Bushra Anis Naqvi from Pakistan, and I am happy because I am connected with my fellow educators across the globe. So this is my reason of being happy. So I give you 60 seconds, and I'll be giving you a reminder after every 20 seconds. So what you have, 30 seconds. So what you have to do, you have to write in the chat box, how are you feeling now? And what is the reason behind it? I repeat, how are you feeling now? And what is your reason behind it? So your 60 seconds time starts now. How are you feeling now? And what is the reason behind it? Hurry up, write in the chat box. I can't see the chat box, but still, I think if Abu Hassan can see, he can, revert me back. So 10 seconds are over, just 50 seconds left. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Write down, how are you feeling? And what is the reason behind that feeling? 35 seconds left. Go ahead. Abu Hassan, if responses are coming, just give me the thumbs up. If responses are coming in the chat box, just give me the thumbs up, because I can't see the chat box.
Hello.
Yes. Miss Bushra, there is no chat. Unfortunately, there is no chat.
Oh, really? Oh my God. Okay, so what I have to do, I will pick the name. I will pick the name. Yes, I will pick the name, and we will ask them to unmute. Ashraful Alam, sir. Would you unmute yourself, Ashraful Alam? I think they are all muted. Anyways, I think we are deprived of this activity as well. No issue at all. No issue at all.
Miss Bushra, Miss Bushra, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can now.
Yeah, if you would like anyone to speak, you can let him a presenter. Just click on the three dots and make him a presenter. and after talking, you can make him over here an attendee.
I got
other
you.
time.
I
So,
got you.
yeah.
Thank you so much, Abu.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Okay, so I have allowed Abdul Hanan. Yes, Abdul Hanan, could you please unmute yourself because you are given this right? If you unmute yourself, then you can share how are you feeling now and what is the reason behind it. Abdul Hanan is not around. Okay. We can take Adriana. Adriana, can you listen? I have allowed the mic to you. Okay. Akola, Mustafa. Yes, Adriana, would you like to share? Okay, so many people, they have raised their hands, so I'll unmute them and I'll move on to, quickly because we are running out with the time. Yes.
Hello.
Sanchita,
I can talk?
yes.
Please.
So how are you feeling and what is the reason?
In fact, I'm Hajeriyahi from Tunisia. Hello, Mr. Mohammed. Hello, everyone from Bangladesh. I'm happy because I'm for the second time in a webinar from Bangladesh with my brother. Okay. I'm happy to work with you.
Okay, that's great. It's really great, glad to know that you are happy because you're taking the second session with Bangladesh. Nilofer, yes, Nilofer?
Yes.
Thank you. Yes, Nilofer?
Ma'am, may I?
Yes, please.
Ma'am, it's showing Mustafa Akola, but this is Alifia from India.
Ah,
I'm very
Alifia
excited.
Lamdar.
Yes.
Do you
yes,
hear me, Bushra ma'am? Bushra ma'am, do you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, Nilufar. I am Nilufar.
Okay, Nilofer, let Alifia do first, then it would be your turn.
Okay,
yes,
okay.
Alifia?
Yeah, I'm very excited to attend this session. And the reason behind is, yes, I definitely want to learn something from Sir. Sir, it's great to see you over here. After the Wakelet Community Week, we are here together to learn about Kahoot. So I'm very excited.
That's
Thank
great.
you, Bushra ma'am.
Thank you so much, Alifia. Yes, Nilofer, you?
Yes, I am also so happy and excited to meet you and to this new session, Muhammad Abu Hassan. This first time I met, but Bushra Anis, I am met you some session previous, but I don't talk with you. Today I am so happy to talk with you, Bushra Anis. Your lovely face and your talking I like so much. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you
You're
so
so
much,
nice.
Nilofer. We
You
all are
are so
lovely.
nice.
Thank you very much. We all are lovely and we all are blessed because God Almighty has given us or blessed us equally with 2 eyes, 1 nose, 1 mouth, 2 hands. So we all are blessed. May I request all of you to please
Thank you.
put yourself on mute. Thank you so very much. So we move ahead and Abu Hassan, my screen is visible? My presentation?
We can see ourselves. We can see our pictures.
Okay, now this should be there. Okay, so it was great because there are so many participants sitting in this session. If we start taking the responses from everyone, so that is why we wanted to use the chat box so that everyone gets the chance. But anyways, I am sure that we have taken 4 responses and 4 of them, they are happy because we are connected. So connection with our like-minded people makes us happy, right? And this connection and Kahoot is one of the greatest app, I must say, one of the greatest app that connects us within embedding within different subjects as well. And moving to the next slide, and I'm really sure the rest of the people, they'll be happy as well. Now, somewhere each one of you just write what are your expectations of today's session, what you really want to take from today's session today. and you have to write it somewhere because we do not have the chat option. So write somewhere. For example, my expectation is that I know a little about Kahoot, and my expectation by the end of the session, I would learn more on Kahoot from my fellow educators, right? So this is my expectation. And after the end, when Abu Hassan ends, we will revert to this very point, what are our expectation met or not. So I give you 30 seconds, write somewhere what are your expectations from today's session, or just keep this thing in your mind. Just 30 seconds. What are your expectations from today's session? Okay. And whosoever is unmuted, please put yourself on mute. It's a request. That's great. Okay. We all are in a happy mood, and now we have set our expectations as well. Now let's talk about the basics of Kahoot. I've just shared about the moods thing, and I have told you people that, you know, developing our connection, building new connections, making new connections, strengthening the connection is the most important thing, rather has been the most important thing, has remained the most important thing during the last 16 months. And what we have missed the most, of course, our connection with the schools, our connection with our students, our connections with our school teachers, etc., so on and so forth. So I must say that I have just shared as well that Kahoot is one of the greatest app, and one of the greatest, I must say, blessing as well in the Corona time that we have come up with. It has developed a great connection and integration in the teaching learning, and it's a game-based learning platform that makes it easy to create, to share, and play learning games or quizzes in minutes. It makes the learning in the classroom more engaging and filled with fun and interest. Now, as Abu Hassan has to share with you how you can inculcate in the classroom, so I will not be going in the details, but just a little flavor of it, that yes, Kahoot is a game-based learning. It can be embedded in any subject. How you can use it and how it works. You can use it from your own device, from your telephone, this Android phone. You can join it from your PC as well, from your tablet, and for that you have to join it via Kahoot it or the Kahoot app. And what you need, once you join that app, you get a pin as well, and you need to put your nickname as well. So in the same way, all the team members, they have their nicknames as well, and one pin is given by the educator or by the one who is proceeding for it. Then all the players, they are in one game, or you may say in the one lobby. The game starts, and the players, they give the answers of the different questions, maybe related to any subjects. We could have played this very session on Kahoot as well, but because it was a new thing for each one of us, so we wanted to have it in the team. So it can be embedded in any subject. So once we start the game, all the players, they come in the lobby, they see the question, there is a time limit to answer it, and then you get your score as well. And the final scores, they are given in terms of the bar graphs as well. And whosoever gets the topmost result, they are the winners, and they are given the trophy, the animated trophy as well. How we can use it? It can be embedded in any subject as Kahoot, because it's a tool that motivates and activates students' learning, because it can test their knowledge, reiterate important concepts, and help them retain information. For example, I haven't learned, listened, or seen anything before, and if I am doing some activity on Kahoot, maybe it's a new thing for me. Maybe it's a new thing for Alifia, or for anyone else, or for Nilofer. So that means I have retained that information. Oh, I've done it in Kahoot, and now, yes, I know that, yes, hexagon is that whose corners are this much in number, and so on and so forth. So it's not only confined with any single subjects. Rather, it can be driven in all the subjects across the curriculum, and many activities can be embedded, be it in the language side. Any language can be, opted and adapted in it, and any sort of quizzes or knowledge information can be embedded through a game. Over to Mr. Abu Muhammad, and thank you from my very side. I hope just a little flavor, you've got just a little flavor, and I hope it will be beneficial for you people. And if any question, so we can always go at the end of the session if you have any question. Over to you, Abu Muhammad.
Thank you so much, Ms. Bushra. It was really amazing. Thanks so much for your amazing presentation. Thank you so much,
ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am, Bushra, ma'am. Your
Welcome.
presentation is very good, nice. We learn more and more. Thank you
Welcome.
so much. Our this program will join in Bangladesh educator trainer Muhammad Samsuddin Talukdar sir. He is a teacher's educator from TTC Kumilla. She joined this session, so I can 1 minute to his session. 1 minute, Mr. Samsuddin Talukdar sir, our educator teachers from Kumilla. 1 minute, then our session presenter Muhammad Abu Hassan present his session.
Okay.
Are you hear me, Mr. Samsuddin Talukdar sir?
Okay. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome everyone. I know Bushra before this. She is really very good presenter as well as good educator. So I'm very happy to listen from her. At the same time, Muhammad, he is also renowned people who know a lot of things about computer and software. So we are very happy to have him here that we can learn a lot from this session. Thank you very much, Nazmul. You are trying to speak English. I told you, if you just make a mistake, never stop. You go on. Once you will be a good speaker and you will overcome everything.
Yeah.
This is an international platform for which we can also improve our language proficiency and our understanding. You know, that's very, very nice. Every people on every corner of the earth, they are now understanding English, whatever we are talking, because this pandemic situation make us to connect with one another. What's the booster told right now? Thank you very much. Go on.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, our educator, Master Samsuddin Talukdar sir. He always increased me my vocabulary and speaking capacity. So I am grateful to him. I am to continue my session. Mr. Abu Muhammad, continue your session.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my dearest brother, Mr. Abdul Salam, Mr. Nazmul, Miss Bushra. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. We are having the amazing MIA fellow from the US, Mrs. Stormy Daniel. She's here. She's joining us. So please give her a warm welcome. Thank you, Mrs. Stormy. I'd like to share my screen, and we are going to have so many tips and tricks on how to use Kahoot with your students to make learning awesome. Let me share my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Can you see my Kahoot?
Yep.
Perfect.
Yes.
I am going to present about Kahoot through Kahoot, not PowerPoint presentation. I'm going to use Kahoot just only to present. So I am going to click play, and I'd like you to write on your browser kahoot.it, kahoot.it to join my presentation. So let me click play, then teach, and here we go. I'd like you to write on your browser just kahoot.it, and I'll share with you the game pen to join my presentation. As you know, we are going to have some settings like showing questions and answers on your devices, and I am going to let my Bitmoji host the game. So let me click classic, then start the game. Here is the game pen. The game pen is loading. Just only to join my presentation, to see my presentation on your devices. Get ready to join me.
Abu, can you share the pen?
Yeah, it's loading. It's loading, Miss Bushra.
Okay,
it's
okay.
loading right now. Get ready to join, and the first thing I am going to share with you is Bitmoji. But let's have the game pen for first.
Mr. Muhammad Abu Hassan, I cannot hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
You are okay.
Yes,
You are okay.
Yeah,
okay,
I
sir.
can hear you. I can hear you very well. Yes.
Sir, I want to say that every educator now facing a network problem. So we need to be patient, I think.
Yes. Sure. Yes. Sure, Mr. Muhammad.
करना चाहती हूँ क्योंकि क्या था और जितनी लड़कियां हैं
Maybe if you can turn off your cameras, maybe everything will be okay. Can you see the game pen, Miss Bushra? Can you see the game pen?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Everything
yes,
okay.
Yes, we can see.
Yeah. So the first tab I'd like to share with you is that since we all or many of us have turned to remote learning, have turned to teaching remotely just because of the challenging circumstances that we are having right now. So why don't you let your Bitmoji help you host your virtual lessons? So the first thing I'd like to share with you is that to let your Bitmoji host or help you host your virtual lesson. How can you do that? Just you are going to click on your profile picture at the top on your right. Then under the settings, you will have an option which says profile settings. Click on profile settings and you will have two options. To connect your Bitmoji to your Kahoot, or if you are having a Snapchat account, you can connect your Bitmoji with your Kahoot account through signing in using your Snapchat credentials. So when creating your Kahoot account, you have an option to connect your Bitmoji to your Kahoot account. You will have a QR code. This QR code you are asked to scan it with your mobile, and after scanning this QR code, click on connect. When you click on connect, your Bitmoji image will be your Kahoot image, will be your Kahoot profile image. When you click on connect to Bitmoji, your Bitmoji will be your profile image. Also, if you don't have a Bitmoji app on your mobile, maybe you are having a Snapchat account. So all you need to do is to sign in using your credentials, and then you will connect your Bitmoji to your Kahoot account. I think you are having so much fun. You are adding so much excitement in your virtual lessons when you connect your Bitmoji with your Kahoot account. When you are ready, just let me, Miss Bushra, when you are ready, let me start my presentation. When you are, or when our participants are ready, just let me know to click on start. So the first step is that to connect your Bitmoji to your Kahoot account. Just click on your profile image, and under the settings, select the profile settings. You will have two options to connect the Bitmoji to your Kahoot or to sign in to your Snapchat account using your credentials. So if you are having the game pen and share it with our participants, we can start Ms. Bushra and they can join even during the presentation. May I start?
Yes,
Okay.
please.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I am going to start and you can connect at any time you want. Let's click start. Kahoot training, I'm going to share with you each and everything about Kahoot. So first of all, let me give you a warm welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you are joining us today and from wherever inspiration finds you. This is a Kahoot training. By the end of this session, you will able to know what is Kahoot. You are going to learn about the Discover page, how to create a Kahoot, how to learn more and set up a student-based learning, how to host a Kahoot via video conferencing, how to assess learning progress with reports, how to integrate Kahoot and use it with Microsoft Teams, and the latest update, which is the integration between Kahoot and PowerPoint. What is Kahoot? As Mrs. Bushra mentioned before in her amazing presentation, Kahoot is a free game-based learning. It's a free platform that makes it fun to learn any subject. Ms. Bushra mentioned that. You can use Kahoot with any subject, in any language, on any device, for all ages. So it's a free game-based learning platform that can be used with any subject, in any language, on any device, and for all ages. And of course, it's a free platform. It is used by millions of people. Ms. Bushra mentioned that nearly all our students all over the world are big fans of Kahoot. So it is used by millions of people all over the world. Teachers are using it, students are using it, company employees are using it, our parents, even our students' parents are using it, and the lifelong learners. So not only teachers are using Kahoot, students, their parents, lifelong learners, employees, anyone have the right to have a Kahoot account and use it with any device. So this is a multi-select. What is Kahoot used to? What is Kahoot used to? We use Kahoot to preview content. This is a multi-select. You can select more than one answer. I am asking those who joined us to select what is Kahoot used to. We can use Kahoot when you are reviewing a content. By the end of our school year, if you would like to have some kinds of a revision, if you would like to review your content, maybe you are going to create a Kahoot just to review the content. Even if you are going to introduce new material, maybe you can use Kahoot to introduce it. Also, for formative assessment, we can use Kahoot for formative assessment. If you would like to assess your students' learning, your students' outcome, maybe you can use Kahoot to assess their achievements. Also, we can use Kahoot for pulse checks and homework. You can use it to assign homeworks. when you are creating challenges for your students. So we can use Kahoot for reviewing content, introducing new material, conducting formative assessment, pulse checks, and homework. We have the leaderboard, and you're doing a great job. Yes. Next. As you can see, I am having slides when presenting my Kahoot, and this is a new feature being added to Kahoot just to make some presentation, to make your presentations more fun and awesome. We have two ways to play Kahoot. How to play a game of Kahoot. There are two plays when playing a Kahoot game. Let's see how can we play Kahoot with our students. The first one, Kahoot Live. You can play a Kahoot game live with your students. Maybe if you are teaching physically or even if you are teaching remotely. You can have a Kahoot live with your students. What is a live game? A live game in person. What do we mean by in person? If your students are joining schools, face-to-face teaching and learning. So this is a live game in person. Or maybe via video conferences. If you are having virtual lessons, if you are teaching remotely, you are having video conferences, maybe using Zoom, maybe Microsoft Teams, Hangouts, or whatever the platform you are using is. So you can have video conferences and share your screen with your students or with your audience, and they start playing your Kahoot live, your live game. Everyone plays at the same time with questions and answers on host's screen and the students' devices as well. I think right now you can see my presentation on your own devices. Ms. Bushra, if you can see my presentation on your mobile, on your device, just say yes.
Yes.
Perfect. This is an option being added recently. When you are creating your Kahoot, you have some settings. Among these settings, there is an option which says, saying that you can show questions and answers on your device, on your student's device. So as soon as you activate it, as soon as you activate this option, your students, your audience will have the ability to see questions and answers on their devices. Let's move on. Let me stop sharing. I think someone is trying to share his screen. That's why he's making some problem with mine. Let me share again. Please don't try sharing your screen, please. Can you see my screen?
Yes, Mohammed, we can see. Yes, visible.
Yes, perfect. Is it clear now?
Presentation is not there. We can see your
my
window.
Screen, is it clear now?
Yes, it is very clear.
Can you see my screen now?
Yes, something is happening.
Yes. Yeah, I think someone is trying to share his screen. That's why he's making some kinds of difficulties in sharing on mine. So
Okay.
please don't try sharing your screen, please. So we have the first way to play a Kahoot game is to play a Kahoot live. Maybe live in person.
Mohammed, so sorry, your Kahoot presentation is not around. It's just the screen showing the participants.
Okay. Okay, I'll share again. I'll share again.
Yes, please.
Yes, sir.
I'll
Yes,
stop
sir.
sharing and share again. Okay.
And in the meantime, I would request all the other participants, please do not click the icon with an arrow that distracts Muhammad's presentation.
Yes,
That
yes,
we'll be
please. Yes,
grateful
please.
not to click that icon, please.
Yes, please, please.
Yes, Muhammad, it's there. It's very much
is it
there.
clear now?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Perfect. So the first way to play a Kahoot is playing a live game. Maybe in person if you are having your students at school, joining school, or maybe via video conferences using any platform, Zoom, Skype in the classroom, Microsoft Google Hangouts, Google Meets, whatever the platform is. You have an option to activate questions and answers on host's screen and the students' devices as well. So you can see the students can see the teacher's screen on their devices. This is the first way to play a Kahoot live. The second one is a Kahoot challenge. When you are having online classes and you would like to assign your Kahoot game for your students to play at any time, so you have to create a challenge. You have to assign a challenge. Assigning challenges, it means self-paced Kahoot. It's a game assigned as homework or a review. It can be played at home from anywhere. Players view questions and answers on their devices. So the second way to play a Kahoot is that you can assign your Kahoot as a challenge, as a homework, as an assignment, as a review. And your students can play it at any time. And they can play it whenever they would like to play it. Maybe they can play it once, twice, 3 times, whatever they would like to play, and from wherever they would like to play. This is a Kahoot challenge. Just only, instead of clicking on teach, you click on assign and they start creating a link for your Kahoot challenge. And you have to share it with your students via any way, via email, via WhatsApp, via Messenger, via Microsoft Teams, whatever the way is. Now let's create a Kahoot game. When thinking about creating a Kahoot, you are having so many things in mind. You have to think about different question type, and you are having what's called question bank and adding media. Also, you are having a discover page. When you are going to create a Kahoot game, you will have to think about different question types: question bank, adding media, discover page. So let's start by the first point, which is different question types. There are so many types of questions you can use when creating your Kahoot. The first one is multiple choice quiz. Multiple choice quiz. Then we have true or false questions. We have puzzles. And the newest feature, the latest feature, which is announced during the Kahoot Edu Summit, is quiz plus audio. We have type answer. We have question bank. We have polls, word cloud, open-ended, and the brainstorm. Also, we have slides with text or with images. or with videos to present information or content. Let's talk about each one in details. The first question type is a quiz. This quiz, you are having a question and 4 answers, as Miss Bushra mentioned in her presentation. This quiz have 4 types. You can have a question image and 4 text answers. You can have a question video and 4 text answers. You can have a question image, and instead of having 4 text answers, you can replace text answers with images. So you can have a question image and 4 image answers, a question video and 4 image answers. So these are 4 types for multiple choice quiz questions. You can have an image for the question and 4 text answers. You can have a video and 4 text answers to choose from. You can have a question image, and instead of text answers, you can have 4 image answers. You can have a question video. You can have, just all what you need to do is to get the link from YouTube and insert it in your question. Then you are having to upload 4 image answers for your students to choose from. Very easy. As you can see here in my image, let me click on it. You have a question and 4 images. You have a question and 4 image answers instead of text. So you can write texts or upload images for your students to choose from. And this one, let me share with you an amazing tip. If you add image answers, this is an awesome way for your students, especially young learners who are learning to read. Maybe you can add a question like, what is the cat? And you are having 4 animal images. An image for a cat, an image for a lion, an image for a tiger, an image for a bird. And you are asking your students, what is the cat? And they are going to choose from the image answer. Very awesome and fun way for your students to learn how to read. Now, let's have a question. To create a Kahoot, you need to log in or sign up as a teacher. Do you use when you joined me now? When you joined me as a student now, which website did you use? Kahoot.it, Kahoot.com, Kahoot.org, Kahoot.net. When creating a Kahoot, when you would like to have a profile, an account, you have to open a browser. You have to open a browser and write Kahoot.it, not Kahoot.com. Kahoot.it when your students are going to join you. Kahoot.it when you ask your students or your audience to join you. But I am just a beginner. I haven't used the Kahoot before. I'd like to create my own account. So I have to open a browser and write Kahoot.com. Kahoot.com. Let me show the media. Showing the media. Here is the media. Kahoot.com. When you are still a beginner, when you are going to create your account, creating your profile, and after creating your profile and creating your own Kahoots, you ask your students or audience to use Kahoot.it, Kahoot.it to join you. But here in my question, when we are going to sign up or log in, we use Kahoot.com. Next. Wow, we have a change. Mr. Mohammed is coming. Yes. Number 11. This is a double points. Points in Kahoot are scored based on, we have points. We're talking about points. When you click, how many points you get? These points you get according to what? We have a rule. We have a tip to share with you. This tip is the sooner you click, the more points you get. If you click correctly, the sooner, the faster you click, the more points you get. If you click correctly. So these points are scored based on correctness, your answer streak, and the speed. So it's scored based on all of them. All of them. I mentioned the more, the sooner you click, the more points you get if your answer is correct. So, going to play with your students, try to let them know that they have to click very fast and they have to click correctly. We have Mrs. Stormy and Miss Fadila are coming. The next question is true or false. By having such kinds of questions, you are giving your students a chance. You are giving them the choice to let them decide whether the statement is true or false. You are giving them a voice. You are giving them a choice to decide whether this statement is true or false. So I advise each and every one of you when creating your Kahoots to use as many question types as you can. Let's click next. This sentence, this statement is true or false. Kahoot is awesome. Is this true? Is Kahoot awesome? I am giving you the choice to decide whether Kahoot is awesome or not. Of course, Kahoot makes learning awesome. So the answer is true. We have 12 correct answers. Let's check who clicked fast. Wow. Abdul Salam, Mr. Abdul Salam is coming. Yes. Next. The next one is type your answer. Let me share with you an amazing tip about this question. When you are asking your students to type in their answers, you are initiating discussions. When you would like to discuss something with your students, stop. While you are playing your Kahoot, stop and start discussing this point with your students. So you are initiating discussions and you are engaging, promoting your students' engagement and giving them and empowering their voices. So we can empower our students' voices through Kahoot by giving them a voice. How are we going to do that? Just add a type answer question while creating your Kahoot and then stop and start discussing that point with them and let them talk, let them discuss, let them express their ideas, express their thoughts, their opinions. So such question types like type your answer, give your students a voice. empowering your students' voices, initiating discussions, promoting your students' engagement. So the players must type in a very short correct answer. You can add options if this answer may be written in other way, so you can add other accepted answers. Maybe someone of your students, of your players, of your audience may write it wrong. Maybe the spelling can be written in a different way. So you have to write the correct answer and add options for different spellings. So if one or more of your audience type the answer, but in a wrong spelling, maybe they don't miss points. So this one allows you to add up to 3 more accepted answers in the correction key. Let's check. Let's click next. And this one is a double points. The minimum length, I am asking you, the minimum length of time a student has to answer a quiz is how many seconds? You know that when creating your Kahoot, when creating your questions, each one has a limit time, a time limit. I am asking about the minimum length of time your students have to answer. How many seconds? Of course, I added 2. If you write it in letters, it's correct. If you write it in numbers, it's correct. Of course, the minimum length of time is 5 seconds. What is the maximum length? 2 minutes. Maybe 5. When adding a question, it's according to how difficult your Kahoot is, how difficult your question is. Maybe this one, true or false, needs 5 seconds. Maybe that one quiz needs 30 seconds. Maybe that one open-ended needs 1 minute. Maybe that one needs 2 minutes. So it's according to the difficulty level. If it's difficult, try to give them much time. If it's easy enough, try to limit the time. Let's see who answered correctly. Wow, still no change, but Miss Sonia is coming. Let's move to the next type, which is puzzle. As you can see here in the media, puzzle is a great way to get your students, more focused and test deeper understanding. Players need to place the answers the alternatives in the right order. All what you need to do is, can you see this picture? You have 4 options, but maybe if you are going to check spelling, if you are going to check their higher levels of thinking, if you are going to test your students' knowledge, maybe you can add 4 answers. But as a teacher, you add them in the right order. You add them in the correct order. But on your students' devices, they will not be in the correct order. And your students are asked to correct them, to reorder them in the correct order. Just only to drag and drop. Drag this one, we will start with this one, and that one will be at the end. This one will be in the middle. So you are adding your answers in the correct order, but your students will see them in a wrong order, and they are asked just only to reorder them, to rearrange them in the correct order. Let's see how are you going to do that. So you have, it's advisable to use puzzle to get your students focused from the very beginning to test their deeper understanding. You can use it to build math equations, arrange letters. Maybe if you are checking their spelling, you can write a word but in a wrong order. You are writing it correctly, but your students are asked to write it to rearrange the letters in the correct order. Or maybe a sentence, or maybe dates. If you are teaching social studies and you are talking about historic events, maybe you can add 4 historical events in the correct order, but your students will not see them in the correct order and they are asked to correct them, to reorder them correctly. Let's see. Now this is a puzzle and a double points. Place the letters in the correct order. You have 4 letters. You are asked to place them in the correct order. They are not correct. Drag and drop. Drag and drop. We would like to place the letters of the word Kahoot in the correct order. To show you how to do this with your students. Of course, we have 92% correct order. Let's show the media. Yeah, here is the media. Now we have Kahoot. Let's see the top scorers. Let's have a look. Wow, we have Miss Sonia and Mr. Abdul Salam are coming. Perfect. Up 3 places. Yeah, in the highest climber. Yes. Let's click next and move to the quiz plus audio, and this is a very brand new feature which was announced during the Kahoot Edu Summit. You can now, let's see the media. You can now add a quiz plus audio as a quiz or even with each question. Let's see. Adding audio to your Kahoot questions to power up listening comprehension. If you are teaching, if you are powering up listening comprehension or language learning, you can add an audio to your question. You can make reading and listening assignment more interactive through quiz and audio. By the way, this new feature supports 37 languages. 37 languages. And audio can be added if you are having Kahoot Premium version, Premium Plus, and Kahoot Edu. So you can benefit from this option. This option is truly amazing. It's available in Kahoot Premium, Premium Plus, and Kahoot Edu. As you can see from this picture, it is something like reading aloud. You are going to copy a text up to 120 letters and then pasting it in your question, and it's going to be read aloud. It's going to be read aloud in any language that you select, and I think that the language will be auto-selected. If you are teaching Spanish, so you are selecting Spanish. If you are teaching Arabic, you're teaching Arabic. You're copying a text in Arabic, and it's going to be read in Arabic. If you are teaching English, so you are copying a text in English, and it's going to be read in English. If you are teaching Portuguese, so all what you need to do is to copy a text and then pasting it in your question, and it's going to be read in the language that you select. That is auto-selected. It's really amazing. Let's check this. How to add an audio to your Kahoot. Let's know how to add it. How to add. As you can see from this media, you can add a listening text, and then ask your students to translate it. Maybe you can ask them, what is the correct translation in English? Listen and translate this in English. Listen and translate this in Spanish. Listen and translate this in Arabic. What does this mean in Arabic? They're going to listen and then select the correct answer. How to add an audio to your Kahoot questions? The first step is that you have to log in to your account. Log in to your account and hit create to start creating your Kahoot. The next step is that to click on quiz plus audio, and it's added in the add question dialog. And after that, you have to know that audio can be added to any other question type. Click add media. Choose audio, read aloud from the options. If you click add media, you will have 4 options. The first one, to add an image. The second one, to upload an image. The third, to add a video. The last, to add an audio or read aloud. You have to enter a text up to 120 characters. And the language will be auto-detect, auto-select. Then after that, click add. And your audio will be added automatically to your question type. Let me share with you some ideas, 5 amazing ideas on how to use the quiz plus audio in your Kahoot. What are the ideas that you can use it? Here are 5 ideas for making the most use of audio in your Kahoots. The first one, you can add words and expressions to practice vocabulary in a foreign language class. You can provide a definition of a word or expression and ask learners what it referred to. You can use an audio in a type and answer question, dictate words, to dictate expressions, or
Sir, sorry, so please unmute your microphone, sir.
Abu Hassan, you are on mute. Please unmute yourself.
Thank you, Ms. Bushra. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes. So I said that I mentioned that you can combine an audio with images as answers in one question. So in one question you can have an audio and you can have 4 image answers to engage younger learners who cannot read yet. So if you have students, if you have young learners who can't read, so it's advisable to add an audio just to power up listening comprehension. If they are learning to read, if they are learning new languages, so you have to add an audio to your younger learners. Let's see it. Let's listen.
How many languages does Quiz Plus Audio support? How many languages does Quiz Plus Audio support?
Miss Bushra, can you hear the listening?
How many languages does Quiz Plus audio
Sir, yes,
support?
sir.
Yes, we can.
Perfect.
How many languages does Quiz Plus audio support?
Yeah, so by doing this, your students are going to listen to the text. If they cannot read, they can listen. Then select from the answers the correct one. We mentioned that this one supports 37 languages. So we have 6 correct answers. Mr. Abdul Salam, jump to the fourth place. Now we have polls. This one is amazing. Poll is a great way to gather audience feedback. If you would like, by the end of your session, by the end of your Kahoot, if you would like to get your students' feedback, if you would like to ask them about how they feel about today's session, about today's class, you can have some kinds of poll questions to gather their feedback at any point, not only at the end, maybe at any point. At any point, maybe during at the middle of your session, maybe by the end. So at any point, you can gather your audience feedback by having poll questions to check how your students feel about the game and how well they understood the content. It's a great way just only to get your students feedback, to get your students feelings about today's Kahoot. Let's see the image. Here is the image. By the middle, maybe, or any point during the lesson, you can ask them a poll question. Did you enjoy learning about mountains? Did you enjoy learning about the solar system? Did you enjoy learning about our today's session? Maybe if you are teaching any subject. Did you enjoy learning about Eid al-Fitr? Maybe if you are teaching some topic about animals, the animal kingdom. You can see that. Did you enjoy our learning about the animal kingdom? Did you enjoy learning about this our today's session, our today's topic? And you're going to get your students' feedback. This is real feedback. This is current feedback at any point during the session or even by the end of the session to know how well they are going with you during the session. Let's check. Let's get your feedback. As a virtual classroom teacher, are you willing to use Kahoot with your students? Now I am getting your feedback. I am having a poll. I am getting your feedback. As a virtual classroom teacher, are you willing to use Kahoot with your students? Let's see. We have, now I got your feedback. 23 of you, 23% of you said it's worthy a try. We should give it a try. 8% said maybe next year. We have 69% said absolutely. We are willing to use Kahoot with our students. By doing this, by having a poll, I got your feedback now as my audience that no one of you will not use Kahoot yet, which means that all of you, but 23 will give a try, 8 will use it next year, 69 said that they are willing to use it. By doing this, I managed to collect your feedback, to collect your opinion during my session. Not maybe at the end, maybe I can I can delay this one till the end. And at the end of my presentation, I will ask you, are you willing to use Kahoot? And you are going to give me your answer, your feedback. Now, let's move to the word cloud. We agree that initiate discussions, promote engagement, and empower your students' voices. You are gathering your students' opinions from the language on a topic, from the audience on a topic. You are having an audience and you would like to gather opinion. You would like to get their opinion on a topic, on a specific topic. So you can have such kinds of word cloud. Maybe I can ask you, Kahoot makes learning, and all of you are going to write an answer, and it will show to me like this. Can you see the image? Like this, like this. Kahoot makes learning awesome, makes learning engaging, makes learning interactive, makes learning flexible, or whatever the answer is. So this is a word cloud to gather opinions from the audience on a topic. You can use it live in workshops. When you are having a workshop and you would like to get your attendees' opinion about your presentation, so you can have a word cloud question to ask them about what do you think of my what do you think of my training session. Also, you can gather input after an event or a training session. At the end of your session, at the end of an event, at the end of a training session or a workshop, you can have such kinds of word cloud to get their opinion about, did you get our training session? Does this make sense or not? And you are going to have their opinion, their feedback about it. Also, crowdsource ideas and opinions and shortlist through voting. Maybe you can ask them to give you some ideas through voting, and you will get hundreds of new ideas from your audience. They're going to give you their opinions about something, and you, as the presenter, you are going to gather so many ideas, so many new things, so many opinions from them. Also, you can use it as an icebreaker. Maybe during your session, during your lesson, you would like to have an icebreaker with your audience. So why don't you have word cloud for this, to engage your participants and give them a voice, to let them express their opinions in an interactive way. Let's click next. It's time to let you know about open-ended. Maybe when starting your Kahoot, maybe if you are having a training session, you can have an open-ended question saying that, please let me know who you are and where you are joining from. And your audience are going to write their answers and submit it, telling you who they are and where they are joining from. With open-ended questions, you can test deeper knowledge without cues by having players type correct short answers. And this makes players think carefully and minimize guesswork. It's very helpful in training when you need to put emphasis on a specific practice. So try to use open-ended questions to engage your audience and give them a voice. This one is truly amazing. Brainstorm. I think all of us are using brainstorming in our lessons. It is something like voting. It's a gamified way for teams to collect, to discuss, and to vote on ideas. Maybe you can present an idea, you can present your opinion, asking your audience to vote, to discuss it, and then give you their voting. Also, it is used to quickly identify the best problem-solving ideas. When you collect their opinions, their ideas, from these opinions, you can filter them and get the best problem-solving ideas. It is used to spark discussions by giving everyone a voice and a choice, making every team member feel valued. When I ask every one of you, when I ask Mrs. Stormy, when I ask Mr. Abdul Salam to vote, by doing this, when I ask Mrs. Bushra to vote, by doing this, I am giving them the feeling that they feel valued, they feel heard and involved. When I give you the right to vote, the right to discuss, the right to talk, I am making you feel that you are valued, your voice is heard, and you are getting involved with me. Also, I am keeping everyone engaging and energized. Let's see scenarios for using brainstorm. As you can see the media, let's have a look at this media. Here is the media. Have a look at this media, and then we are going to talk about scenarios for using brainstorm. Yes, let's watch it again. Let's watch again. Okay. Here are some scenarios for you of using the brainstorm. You can reflect on processes during an end of year retrospectives. You can finalize a product name during an editation session. You can prioritize feature development during a product workshop. You can gather feedback during an all hands. You can facilitate discussions during a training session. Those are some scenarios of using brainstorm. You are free to use it in a way that suits your session. Brainstorm like this. We are getting ideas, we are getting opinions from players, then asking them to vote for the best ideas, and we got the best opinions from the audience, the top best ideas, by having brainstorm questions in your Kahoot game. Now, as I told you from the very beginning through Kahoot. How can I do that? Through slides. We have an option which said slide. By doing this, you are free to upload a PowerPoint presentation in Kahoot. You can upload a PowerPoint presentation slides to your Kahoot, or to add your own slide. You can add your own slide. Slides will allow you to add text. You can add texts, you can add images, you can add videos between questions. You can provide additional explanation and give more context. You can introduce a new topic. If you are going to introduce a new topic, a new content, so it's better. Instead of having a PowerPoint slide, you can have a Kahoot slide. You can use it in transition to the next topic, if you are moving from one topic to another, from one content to another, it's better to add slides. You can present information needed to answer the next question. To move from one to another, maybe you can add some hints. Maybe you can add some instructions. How can you do that? Instead of seeing the instructions to your audience, you can write them in a slide. You can add a slide to your Kahoot presentation and write the instructions. Write the rules, your classroom rules. Your classroom, how to say that? For me, I have a teacher-student classroom rules. Instead of sticking it to your walls of your classroom, to the four walls of your classroom, you can add a slide. You can add a slide to your Kahoot and adding your instructions to show and share with your audience from time to time. These are the question types. Now it's time to teach you how to use the question bank. Maybe I have no time to create or write the question. There is a place which says question bank. You can create Kahoots up to 3 times faster. Maybe if you are going to create your own Kahoot, maybe it takes much time, but I don't have enough time to create it. I have it just create my own Kahoots up to 3 times faster through using the question bank. So instead of typing your questions and answers from scratch, you can search a question bank across millions of public Kahoots. You are having millions of public Kahoots. You can search from. Just start typing a question and you will get many suggestions, review and refine. Instead of typing your questions and answers from scratch, just start typing your question and you will have hundreds or thousands of auto suggestions you can choose from. You can review, you can edit, you can refine. It's amazing. I think many of us don't have much time to create from scratch. So it's advisable to try, give it a try. Try using the question bank and you will have the ability to create your Kahoots up to 3 times faster. Now it's time to add media. I told you that you can add media like images, like audio, like videos. How to do that? You can add media to your Kahoot questions to make the game more engaging. It's not good to add your questions without media. It's not awesome at all. So try to add media to make your game more engaging, more interactive. So you can upload an image. You can upload from your device, or you can choose from the premium image library. You have an image library. You have millions of images in the image library to choose from. Maybe you are having your own images on your device, so you can upload an image. So you have the right to upload an image or to choose from the image library. Maybe you can add YouTube links, whatever you are. If even you are having a long video, just only you can specify, you can identify just only those 10 seconds, those 20 seconds, those 30 seconds to be viewed, to be shown to my students. And after that, also now you can add an audio, which is to read the text aloud to your students. just younger students who are learning to read. Also, you can add an image reveal, and this is an awesome way, an image reveal as a hint. You are giving a clue to the answer, but you have to hide it. You have to use the image reveal overlay to create anticipation and engagement. And I'll show you how to do that. Maybe let's click next. We have what's called the discover image. I showed you how to search the question bank. Now you can search for a Kahoot from the very beginning, not a question. Just you are going to type any topic, and you will have so many fields. You can duplicate, you can add, you can remove, you can do whatever you would like to do. So you can use the discover option. You have the option discover to search for Kahoots. Then you have the right to select a smart auto suggestions or to keep searching. You can browse or modify the search results. You can filter your results by subject. If you are teaching math, if you are teaching English, if you are teaching art, so you can filter. You can filter by subject. You can filter by grade level. And you have so many filters, options to do. Also, we can choose a Kahoot to play after reviewing question. Choose the Kahoot and hit play. So the first thing is that you have to go to the discover option, search for any topic, filter by any subject, filter by any grade level, choose a Kahoot to play. But before playing, you have to review questions and answers, and then hit play, and then hit play. Next, after playing your Kahoot with your students, you will get your report. You will get real-time feedback on audience responses during live games or students-based challenges. You can access detailed insights. You can track progress and completion. You can know who completed your Kahoot, who not. What are the most difficult questions for your students? You can have a full and detailed feedback and insights from your students' side. Then you can assess your learning outcomes. So it's a good way to know how well your students are in the content being presented. Now let's see. This is a multi-select. What can I use the reports for? What can I use the reports for? Can we use it to assess how the class performed? Of course, yes. Can we use it to identify difficult questions that need follow-up? Of course, yes. Can we use it to reinforce learning in a targeted way? Yes. Can we use it to get real-time feedback on audience responses? All are correct. We can use the reports for all these options. We can use it to assess how the class performed, to identify difficult questions that need follow-up, to reinforce learning in a targeted way, and to get real-time feedback on audience responses. Now the integration between Kahoot and the Teams, which is really incredible. Kahoot plus Team. All what you need to do is log in to your team, to your Microsoft Teams account. Then install the Kahoot app from the Teams apps page. Then add Kahoot as a tab. Click the plus icon and add Kahoot as a tab in the relevant team channels. Start a virtual meeting and share your screen to present remotely. Choose the Kahoot you wish to present from your list within Teams. So, all what you need to do is to log into your Teams account, install the Kahoot app from the Teams apps page, add Kahoot as a tab in the relevant team channels, start your virtual meeting, then share your screen to present remotely. And finally, choose the Kahoot you wish to present from your list within Teams. This is Microsoft Teams plus Kahoot. As you can see from this image, Microsoft Teams within Teams, Microsoft Teams and the Kahoot at the same time. We're going to play Kahoot within Microsoft Teams, not from our Kahoot accounts. You need to select present for a live game or assign to send a self-paced challenge into a Teams group. Can you see here from the image? Just you can assign self-paced challenge within your Microsoft Teams channel. Everything within Microsoft Teams in one place. The group, your students, your team will receive periodic reminders to complete the challenge until the deadline is reached. And the final podium will be shared for the group to see. If you are sharing your Kahoot as a challenge. And of course, you can play it live by clicking Teach. Everything, as I mentioned, within your Microsoft Teams channel by adding Kahoot as a tab. And the most powerful tip about Kahoot is that how to use Kahoot within PowerPoint. Here are the steps. You have to install the Kahoot add-in for PowerPoint. I think all of us, we are having the option add-ins in our Kahoot presentations. You have to click on it, then go to Microsoft Store, installing the Kahoot add-in for your PowerPoint, then adding your key content to PowerPoint slides, copying the link of the Kahoot you previously created, and pasting the link into the Kahoot add-in PowerPoint. And finally, hosting your Kahoot without leaving your presenter view. So now, as you can see from the media, all what you need to do is you have to go to your add-ins in your PowerPoint. Then install your Kahoot add-ins. Then copying the link of your Kahoot, pasting it in your PowerPoint, and then you have to play your Kahoot game without leaving your PowerPoint presentation. It's really terrific. It's marvelous. Give it a try. Here it is. As you can see from this image, you can see here is our PowerPoint presentation slides, and you can play. You can click on classic or team mode. You can select which mode you would like to play. Also, you can play it within your Microsoft Teams without leaving your presenter view. And after your lesson, you will be able to dive into a report within the class results in the report section of your Kahoot. When you finish playing your Kahoot within your PowerPoint, move to your Kahoot account and then check your reports and then assess and check your students' responses, their feedback, their opinions about your topic, about your content. But this feature is available for teachers in these versions, in Kahoot Premium, and of course, all of us are Microsoft Innovative Educator experts. We have the premium version. All of us have the ability to use these features because we are having the Kahoot Premium version. It's available in Kahoot Premium, Premium Plus, and the Kahoot Edu. And now let's move to the last slide. Thank you so much. I hope you learned something from this presentation. I hope everything is clear for all of you right now. I hope I could help you a little bit. I hope I could share my knowledge about how to use Kahoot in the face-to-face teaching, in a hybrid learning classroom environment, or even if you are teaching remotely. And let's see the podium, the winners of our presentation. Here we go. Here is the podium. Number 3, in the 3rd place, we have Sonia, Mrs. Sonia. Congratulations. Miss Fadila, congratulations. And here is the winner of our quiz. Wow! Is winner of our quiz. Thank you so much, Miss Tommy, Miss Fadila, the phone, the silver, the bronze. You did great, and I am so proud of all of you. Thank you so much for making me. Everything you do. And here is my Kahoot report. Here is my report. If you can see, we have 6 difficult questions, and we have everything, the most difficult ones, which is I answer. Also, I can view the full report. Here, I can view it. If I clicked on view the full report, we can view everything about it with our students, as I am doing with you right now. I am just viewing the report with you, the full report. We are going to learn how many questions, who is the host, how much time. If you check, here is the report about it. We have 23 players, 39 questions. We have 1 hour. This Kahoot lasted for 1 hour, which is perfect, hosted by Muhammad. And this is my username, Muhammad1978. 1978. And let me share with you my Kahoot Academy Verified Educator link in case you would like to follow me to get an